guys? I'm gonna turn on some music for this stream. So let me know how the music sounds, if it's too loud. We're doing old school classical mukbang. What's up, everybody? Porkchops from my boy Blazing Hawgs in Ohio. These were sent to me by a good buddy out of the generosity of his heart. What's up, everybody? Let me know how the music's, if it's too loud or too light. Alright. So we're going pork chops today. You guys haven't seen me eat a lot of raw pork, so people ask me, they're like real surprised when I tell them I'm eating raw pork. They're like, you eat raw pork too, dude? What about trichinosis, man? Trichinosis and salmonella, dude. Give me all the trichinosis in the world, man. So these, I believe these are Berkshire Hawgs, which I don't know a whole lot about. I did a little bit of research, and I guess it's a very rare hog species. So I haven't had pork in a while. Let's give this a shot. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, dude. Raw pork chops, man. This is good stuff, dude. I didn't actually think it would be this good. No, this reminds me of like pork belly, man. This tastes a lot like pork belly. Good stuff. I mean, this is basically identical to pork belly. There's no difference in taste. So good, dude. I need to eat more pork, man. Hope everybody's having a fine weekend. Might need a haircut this week. I don't know, I might just let it roll, dude. Berenstein Bears or Berenstain Bears, says Drew. I believe my memory, I know this is like the Mandela effect, right? My memory always told me it was Berenstein, S-T-E-I-N. But I think it's actually Berenstain. What's up, Kai Salas? Very red pork, huh? Yeah, I wonder if that depends on the breed. I'm not sure. This is a very unique color of pork chop here. Wonder if that is unique to the Berkshire breed or not. But damn, this is some good food, dude. Thanks, Blazin'. I know Blazing Hogs might pop in here or probably watch this stream later. Where's all my Euro homies at? I did a noon stream to get all the Euro in here. I think I already had parasites in my brain before I started this diet, man. Too late for that. What's up, Joaquim? Drew said, is there a difference between wild and regular animals' taste? I mean, it just depends. Like, if you're talking about a wild and a regular animal, you're basically talking about a different animal, right? Because there's really no like wild cows. But there's wild bison. Kinda. Actually, not really. Yeah. Fuck is on my shirt? Piece of pork on my shirt. I guess bison are considered wild, even though they're like farmed, ranched. But deer definitely taste different than beef. That's for sure. And they're wild. So it's hard to say if it's because it's wild or if it's just because it's a different animal, you know? Deer liver tastes way different than beef liver. Jeremy says, my pork is raw milk fed pork. Nice, dude. I know the Amish do that too. They'll feed them a lot of raw milk and stuff. Pinkhead Troglodyte says, it's been funny seeing weak bug men try and patronize you on news articles. That's funny. You're the only other person I know that uses, that's used the term bug men that I know of. My buddy Jake showed me an article on bug men. It's pretty funny. Patronize me, dude. Come get it. Any exposure is good exposure. Oh, dude, Naked HD XYZ is here, everyone. Online strips without clothing. I'll be right back, guys. I gotta check this out, man. Actually, someone ban them, would you? Where's my mods at? Where my mods, yo? Get out of here, you porno star. You're banned, dude. You dirty porno star. Ghost, the yellow stuff is butter, man. Raw, unsalted butter. Would I eat humans? No. I don't think so, dude. Randonium, what's your opinion about these forced shots? The European Union is really pushing them here in Scandinavia. Well, I wish I could talk about it on YouTube without getting my entire channel deleted and banned. So, I can't tell you, dude. Thank YouTube for that one. But you can go on my Telegram, t.me/thenaturalhumandiet, and we can talk about it. If that gives you any clue into what my stance is on that. You want a pork chop bone, buddy boy? Come here. Oh, Blazing Hawgs is in the house, dude. Blazing Hawgs, just in time. Dude, these are freaking delicious, man. I haven't had pork in a while, so I wasn't sure what to expect. But, dude, these chops, man. This tastes like pork belly, dude. I mean, I'm not sure if pork chops come from the belly. I don't know where they come from. I don't think it's from the belly, but... This tastes like some fine pork belly, bro. Thank you so much for sending these, dude. This is a real treat, my friend. Yeah, no, the other puppies, she wants a bone too. She knows she'll get one. I always keep it equal opportunity around here. These are pretty looking chops, dude. I like the color on these. Just a nice pink flesh. There's really, I mean, really only pork has that hue, that color, man. I mean, sometimes you can get some fish maybe that might look similar, but that is your standard, some good pork. So these are Berkshire, right, Blazing Hawgs? I think you said you raised Berkshire, but I wasn't sure if these chops came from Berkshire hogs or not. I know you got like probably some different some different breeds and stuff. Drew says those isolation camps, we should talk about that. Yeah, it's crazy, dude. I mean, you know, there's always going to be messed up stuff happening around the world, and you can focus on that if you want, but I tried to focus on it. I feel really blessed that I live in Nebraska, man, because we don't have those issues here, and we'll probably be the last place in the world if it ever happens. But there's always ways around stuff, for one thing. Like if you're being forced to take a medicine, you know, if you get on my Telegram, we can talk about it, and there's ways around that. So, but yeah, it's evil, man. It's totally evil. I mean, it's so messed up that you almost have to laugh at it because it's so retarded. You know? When something is like so retarded and people are so backwards in their thinking, you have to, you know, Gavin McInnes calls it clown pilled. I'm clown pilled at this point. You know, first you get like black pilled, then you get red pilled. Well, actually, first you get red pilled, then you get black pilled, then you get clown pilled. I encourage all of you to get to the point to where you're clown pilled, and you just laugh at this dumb shit, and just feel blessed that it's not happening to you, basically, you know? But I have compassion and empathy for who it's happening to, but, you know, it's tragic shit, man. Especially if you follow Dr. Tom Cowan, and you realize the whole history of virology and stuff. It's insane. Like it's basically all horseshit. If I had a kid, would I homeschool him? Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm to the point now to where I won't even date a girl unless she's willing to drop her career and raise children at home, which makes it really hard to date. Because women nowadays a lot of them are not down for that. So, a dog's name, the tan one right here is Osiris, the one looking in the camera. Yeah, we're talking about you, buddy. And then the black one is, her name's Gaia. Osiris translates to, it's an Egyptian god that means Lord of the Underworld. And then Gaia means like Mother Earth. So I did like a little dichotomy between them, where she's the female, she's Mother Earth, she represents life. I mean, he's the warrior, he's the ruler of the underworld, he represents death. Yeah, this fat is very soft. Blazing Hog says, Berkshire pork is more red than Moats porks. Blazing Hog says, yes, this Berkshire gilt was shown at the Ohio State Fair and wasn't making the breeding herd. Oh, cool, man. Wow. Simon says, what do you think of Carnivore Aurelius? I don't think I agree with everything that he posts, but I think he's got a fairly decent message. He's not my enemy. I think he pushes a lot of supplements and stuff, and like carnivore sticks and stuff like that. Like, that's obviously, you guys know I'm not all about that. Just eat raw meat, dude. Don't take liver tablets and liver pills and all that shit. Just eat liver, you know? Eat meat, eat liver. And be wary of anyone that's pushing a lot of supplements, because they're just trying to get your money. Be wary of anyone on social media that overposts and oversells supplements, because they're probably there just to make money. I could have done that 3 years ago, man. But, you know, because I'm a businessman myself. I know how to handle my business and make money, but I don't want to sell supplements. Iago says, do you think it could get to the point of Nazi Germany with Jews? Humans are capable of horrendous acts. As you look through history, it's been insane. So anything is possible. I would say work your ass off, save as much money as you possibly can, stockpile weapons, and network with people in your community. Make connections with people, and that's all you can do. And don't worry about shit. That's the biggest thing. The more you worry about stuff, the more you manifest that into reality. That's the whole point of all this stuff that you're seeing on the news. Just to freak you out and get you worried about shit all day long. I don't worry about anything good. My dogs look different compared to normal dogs. I believe it, man. They look very healthy, I think. Like, when I take these dogs out, man, I get people from all over the place, like, oh my god, your dogs. They love my dogs, dude. They can tell if there's something different about them, you know? Like, wow, they're beautiful, you know? And just total strangers. Happens all the time. People across the street, people driving by in their cars, like, I love your dogs. I like your dogs. I get that all the time. I love your dogs, man. And I don't see other people walking their dogs. I don't see that happening to them. It's just my dogs, dude. Because, I mean, yeah, they're beautiful dogs. They're a beautiful mix of husky and pit bull. And I got pick of the litter from him. So out of 8 puppies, I got to pick him out of all. He was the most alpha looking and the coolest looking. There was another one that looked really cool besides him. It looked basically just like my tan one, but he had like a reddish, instead of tan, he was like red. It was a super cool looking dog, man. Kind of wish I would have got him too, but I'm glad I got the black one. She was the runt. But I got really lucky with those dogs, dude. I just happened to know somebody that had a litter by accident. Like his pit bull and his husky like had sex together and had a litter of puppies out of nowhere. And so he just called me and was like, hey man, I got puppies. I was going to get a German Shepherd. So I would have had a German Shepherd, but I lucked out with these little turds. Would I date a girl who wasn't on the primal diet? Yeah. But I wouldn't date a girl that wouldn't be willing to feed my baby and child the primal diet. Or I wouldn't date a girl that wouldn't be willing to do like a home birth home delivery with no medications, and breastfeed, stuff like that. No injections, nothing like that. So I got some pretty high standards, dude. And if I can't find a wife that doesn't want to meet him, then so be it, man. Blazing Hawk says, has anyone ever tried sow's milk? I've never heard of anyone. I haven't either, dude. Weird. I've never heard of that. The Randonium says, I just started working in a butcher shop, and it's been great. Oh, I bet, dude. Sounds like a dream job. Beard life, dude. Beard troubles. Fear is one of the best seller. Oh yeah, dude. It's the best. It starts when you're children, dude. They freak you out when you're kids, and just pound that into your head as you get older. Have I tried beef lungs? No, I haven't. I got some lamb lungs one time, and I hung them up in my dry ager, and they just got super dried out and crispy, and I just never ate them. I gave them to my dogs, but I was gonna eat some lungs one time, but it dried out too much. Drew says, I heard August would juice sugar cane. What do you think? Dude, I used to, or I didn't used to, I just watched a video the other day. It was, one of those guys that travels around the world and videotapes himself going to weird countries and talking to foreigners and stuff. Not Bald and Bankrupt. Bald and Bankrupt is like the best YouTube channel in my opinion. I love that dude. But there's another one. His name is Cat something. Cat, K-A-T something. I can't remember. But he's a younger white dude. And he went somewhere, I think it was Pakistan. And they were juicing sugarcane. They had these giant juicers on the street, and they were just rolling these huge sugarcane shafts through the juicer, and they were selling sugarcane. Sounds delicious, dude. That doesn't surprise me, dude. Jordan Peterson is a clown. Everybody's like, oh, he's the leader of young men. He's helped so many men. Do what? Clean their frickin' room? He represents the father to so many young men. The guy doesn't make any sense. He just spouts out gobbledygook. He's like addicted to drugs and shit. Like, no, that's not the leader of men, my friends. Kurtz, yeah, dude, you nailed it, Maiku and Nicholas. Yeah, Kurt Kaz. That guy's got a great channel, man. Yeah, Bald and Bankrupt is a legend. Oh yeah, all of his videos are great, dude. He's got such a warm, outgoing personality. It's impossible, like, not to love the dude. I'm very jealous of his personality, man. I wish I had that. And the ability to speak multiple languages with that personality and just meet foreigners and just make friends with everyone. That's like, it's a gift, dude. That guy's got a gift. And I did the math on Bald and Bankrupt's channel on how many views that he's made and like how much YouTube pays per view. Dude, that guy's made like $2.5 million off YouTube. Just fucking going to different countries and taping himself. Isn't that crazy? Blazing Hawks says if all's well and the creek didn't rise, Jesse Lee Peterson will be back on tomorrow. Nice, dude. Glad to hear. I had a feeling he would be okay. He's a pretty healthy, strong dude. God's with him. He's still got some more work to do on planet Earth. I figured he'd be okay. Good chops, Blazing. This is almost cut out like a T-bone. This must be the fillet right here. Oh man. Good energy off these pork chops, dude. I feel good. You ready for your pork chop, Gaia? Don't eat a whole. Look, now he's all freaked out. You already got one, dude. What the hell you want? You already got a pork chop, you little beggar. Yeah, Blazing. It did kind of look like he had one, but I can see why people said that. It's hard to say, dude. It was definitely weird, whatever happened. What do I do for hobbies? Honestly, this channel is my hobby, dude. This is my newest hobby. Keeps me busy, man. Streaming between here and Instagram. And then just health and nutrition in general is like one of my hobbies, basically. Like, I'm constantly trying to source foods, good foods. And I like to read. I like to learn about like virology, disease, viruses, all that stuff. I got a lot of different topics that I like to read, mostly fiction though, or non-fiction, I mean. I don't read fiction. But I like to read, man. I like to educate myself on things. I collect books. I got like a huge book collection. Kind of a nerd, dude, really. Music, obviously, I'm a big music fan. I used to mess around and produce music, and my hobbies change, as I get older. I like lifting weights. I go in cycles. I don't lift all the time, but when I do, I get pretty serious about lifting weights. I do consultations with people. I work on my car, I do mechanical work. And obviously I have like a full-time job. Ghost says, has the primal diet changed them? Oh, well, yeah, I mean, I don't know if the diet changed them, but just my entire awakening that I went through in the last 3 years, Primal diet was just a part of this huge awakening that I went through in the last, 3 years. And, yeah, I was totally different before primal diet, dude. I just, smoked pot every day and played video games. Like every other, kind of loser millennial. So, yeah. My hobbies changed quite a bit. I quit smoking weed every day. and using other substances. And I started reading. I started getting into health and nutrition. I started helping other people get into health and nutrition, getting information out there about how to get healthy, change your life, get your body tuned in. And but for the most part, I'm still the same person. I mean, you'll always be who you are. You can't change who you are. You can try to pretend you changed who you are, but you're always going to be who you are. So yeah, I've always just been into, ever since I was a kid, I was always really into music and always really into reading. I'm into all the arts, dude. Like visual art. I'm very much into visual art as well. And just, classical art, classical music. But yeah, I've gotten more into like classical music since I got on Primal Diet. Blazing Hawgs, nice brother, glad you enjoyed them. I know we do. There's a restaurant specifically, Berkshire pork, sold only here in Cincinnati, called the Berkshire Inn. Oh man, I bet these are really good grilled too. I used to love grilled pork chops, dude. I mean, I still do, but I just prefer raw just for energy and digestion reasons. Thoughts on freemasonry? It's very interesting. I read a lot about it in David Icke's book called The Truth Will Set You Free. He breaks down Freemasonry like it's freaking insane. But yeah, it's very interesting, man. There's elite groups out there that try to keep all the power and wealth in their corner, essentially. And they control a lot of the world's events. That's very true. The Randonian says, do you have a book called The Encyclopedia of Psychoactive Plants? I have thought of getting it. No, I don't, but I have another very interesting one that is called... It's the one written by... Who frickin' wrote that? Paul Stamets? Paul Stamets wrote something like that, and it comes in 2 volumes, and it's in hardcover. I bought it like 2 years ago. I can go get it. Hang on. I've showed it before on my stream, but I'll go get it. This is the one that I got. It's called Ethnopharmacologic Search for Psychoactive Drugs, 1967, Volume 1. And then the second volume is 2017. But this thing, man, if I can get it out of here. This is one of the coolest, rarest books that I have. Rare in the sense that I don't think it's hard to get. I think you can get it. But there's like really nothing out here like this, man. Like, this is very much like just flipping to a random page here. These are snuff tubes of bird bone and bone and wood. Snuff tubes. A bifurcated snuffing implement of wood. Bifurcated snuffing tube of bone. Just all these different ways that these natives would use substances pharmacologically of kava. Like, this is a freaking encyclopedia, dude. It's pretty cool. Very in-depth. This is one of my favorite books in my collection for sure. Here's a picture here, mother and child in the peyote desert. This is crazy, dude. Yeah. Anyways, yeah. Very interesting stuff. Very educational about parts of history in the world that you know nothing about until you go research it and talk to like natives, you know. And a lot of people try to demonize their rituals and practices and stuff, but I don't buy it, dude. I don't buy it, man. Yeah, hit the likes, buddies. We gotta fight the algorithm. This book is called Dennis McKenna, that's right. I knew it was Dennis McKenna or Paul Stamets. 50 years of research. I don't condone drug use, by the way. Just FYI. I just find it all very fascinating. It's a solid lunch. Nath Wolf says, I've been on the primal diet for 4 years now and still struggle with weed. I've been using it since 12 and I'm 24, so my brain grew into it using it, unfortunately. Yeah, it's not that hard to quit. You just gotta kind of wean yourself off. What I did was I switched to edibles. And then you just slowly slim your edible dose down every day, which is pretty easy. But yeah, don't kick yourself for it. I mean, I think cannabis is like a sacred medicine. If you're using it for medicinal purposes, then go for it. In my opinion, people that use weed or abuse weed or use it for years and years and years, they were using it for a reason. Like, everything is for a reason. And I think that even goes for like stuff like weed. I don't think it's from the devil. A plant can't be from the devil, you know? Like, God created all this stuff. So if there's a reason that you're using weed for 12 years, you know, it could be, you know, for some people it mitigates like Parkinson's disease and epilepsy and stuff. Like, you could be mildly epileptic. You could find yourself, that's what I thought I had, because I had a couple of seizures in my life, so I figured I must have been epileptic, because I smoked weed every single day for like over 15 years, dude. And I didn't even question it. It was just part of my routine, you know? And it was almost like it was meant to be in my life at that moment. And then I changed my diet and I quit grains and all that stuff. And I think maybe the grains were making like my mild epilepsy worse. So I was just always feeling like spaced out all the time. And then once I changed my diet, that feeling spaced out all the time went away. And so I was able to quit the plant medicines. So I mean, don't kick yourself for it. Am I into crypto? No, it's a little too much of a gamble for me right now. I think it's a cool concept though. But I don't like the stock market, dude. At least right now. Right now, I'm focusing on buying a house and land, or just a house. Period. I don't really need land right now. I would just love to get a house, so I'm not getting totally raped on rent. So, and then I have like an investment in the house that I buy. So, I think if you buy a house and you invest into a house, and then you have some money left over after that, and you want to invest it in like crypto or stock market, there's nothing wrong with that. But right now, all my eggs are going in the house basket right now, and I'll be ready about next year to buy one. Nicholas says thoughts on eating raw and cooked together. That doesn't sound good to me, dude. Because um um because they digest differently, and I think you could be like mixing bacteria and stuff like that. So I wouldn't recommend it. But I have eaten like, let's say like I've had like a cooked steak for lunch and then a raw meal for dinner, and it's great. And I always feel way better after that raw meal. It's like my body was waiting for it all day. Like, all right, dude, let's get some real food in your body here. Thoughts on red light therapy? I've looked into that, and there may be something to it. It's not on my radar at the moment because right now, um, I'm just kind of too busy doing the nutrition stuff, the food stuff, and then I just built like an EMF cage, and it'll eventually come up though. I'm thinking about getting like a sauna maybe, but it'll eventually probably come up. It sounds legit, the stuff that I've read on it, but I don't know for sure. Drew says, "What's the most amount of shrooms you have done?" I've done a lot at once, dude. Um, let's see. I've done like 7 grams. I've done 7 grams a bunch of times, and I've done 7 grams of the strain. It's called penis envy, and it's like the most potent mushroom, the most potent psilocybe cubensis mushroom. I did 7 of those one time, which I would not ever recommend anybody doing, and which that's equal to like 10 or 11 grams. So I've gone very deep, dude. Very deep. I've gone too deep before. That's not fun. So be very respectful of those things. They're very powerful. And like I've said many times before on my streams, I didn't start eating mushrooms seriously in like ritual form until I was like well into my 30s. So I don't recommend like young people doing that shit. Matthias Blazing Hawk says quarter bag. Like a quarter? Like a quarter ounce? That's a lot, dude. Matthias says it's pretty easy. Buy some 250-watt incandescent bulbs. That's all. Interesting. I'll look into that. Nicholas says, do you think fish is good enough meat source, or should you always incorporate red meats? I know AV says it depends on blood type, though. Yeah, I think it does depend on blood type. You just got to kind of experiment and see what works best for you. I always seem to feel best. I feel really good on fish, though, man. It's hard to say. I feel real good on fish. I could probably survive on just fish. Possibly. It's hard to say until I actually do it. But I think like fish and like a little bit of beef would be fine for me. If it was mostly fish and just a little bit of beef, I feel great on fish, man. So you just gotta kind of experiment and see what works best for you. I do a good mix now. I do red meat, chicken, fish. I got some pork here. So for me, I'm trying to incorporate more white meat because I think I eat just a little bit too much red. Drew says, what did you experience in those trips? Dude, beyond words, beyond explanation, man. Like, pretty much everything you've ever heard anybody ever experience on a mushroom trip, I've experienced that, and I've seen it. And it's unbelievable, man. Like, you always end up sounding like insane to people that haven't experienced it, which is why it's hard to articulate what's happened. But I've done it a bunch of times, and every time it's different. But basically, just intense ego death, where the ego dies, and you get in touch with your true self. I got in touch with my true self, what I actually am. And I mean, I've had moments where when I was eating mushrooms, I've had moments where, like, I didn't even know who Wes was anymore. I was like laughing because I was like, what is Wes? What is Wes? Like, I didn't understand it because I was actually my real self at that point. I had come in contact with my true self, which is underneath this physical body that we basically construct, this character that we construct, and we call it a name, you know? Because Wes isn't like a real thing. That's just like something that we made up. So it gets so deep, dude. It gets so deep. And it's so hard to explain unless you're in there. But very interesting stuff, dude. Very interesting stuff. Everything becomes very spiritual for me. It's very profound, dude. I basically start seeing everything in spirits, and started becoming very grateful for God and, you know, things like that. Matthias, do I have a morning routine? Yeah, I mean, I basically just get up and get dressed and do a quick brush on my teeth and tongue with some water. And then I'll go downstairs and I'll drink a little bit of mineral water, just like a couple sips. And then I'll go to work, man. That's pretty much it. Blazing Hawgs says, quarter bag. I always remember that night the shadows dancing on a wall from a fire was the best show I'd ever saw. Oh, I bet, dude. I bet. Country boys have the best mushroom stories because those things just grow out in their pastures and shit. So they can just get them whenever they want, man. That's great, dude. And doing it in the country is the best. That's the best place you can do it. Jan says, nice beard. You look like a really healthy primal human. Just wear the animal skin. Maybe I will. If one of you guys want to send me an animal skin, I'll wear it on my stream. Ethwolf says, appreciate your take on it. I never thought of it that way. Maybe the ways I've been messed up has been me requiring it for some other reason or another. Yeah, totally. Yeah, don't judge yourself, dude, for smoking pot. Who cares? I mean, who cares, dude? There's a reason that you're using it. It's either medicinal or you experience some trauma in your life and you're trying to escape the trauma because you can't handle it. Literally can't physically handle it. So you're using cannabis as a way to escape the trauma. For me, it was a mixture of both, for sure. So just use it for the tool and the medicine that it is. I wasn't able to quit smoking weed until I was like 35, dude. So, you know, if you're a younger dude, don't kick yourself for it. Everybody kind of starts waking up. Not everybody, but a lot of people start waking up to the weed thing and stuff when they're like in their 30s, because it just stops kind of working. Like when you're in your 20s, your neurotransmitters and your hormones are all just like super on point, and so every time you smoke weed, it's like it feels awesome. But when you get into your 30s and stuff, like smoking weed it's not that fun anymore. So it's easy to walk away from it. George Mejia says, what do you think of Jesus? I think he was a cool dude, super cool dude. He was on point. He was a martyr, and He was trying to just speak the truth, man. All he was just trying to speak the truth. And it's like he represents like the eternal battle that the world has always been through and it's always going to go through until the end. And that is the suppression of truth. And we're seeing it right now. If you guys pay attention to social media and what's going on in the world, the same thing that's going on right now is the same thing that Jesus was going through when he was alive. It's really profound when you see it, man. It's really profound. So you get a glimpse into figuring out like what this whole game of life is about, you know? This whole mystery, this whole game. It's like dark forces trying to trick us into believing something that's not true. It's very interesting, man. And it's very easy to be tricked. It's fascinating when you see it, dude. So it's made me just want to be a searcher of the truth and just figure out the fundamental explanations for what's going on with all this stuff. Matthias says in Austria you have to take the medicine from February, otherwise there will be a penalty of 36 euros per jab. So 3,600 times 2. What to do? Seriously, save money or panish? Get a hold of me on Telegram, dude. There might be some other options. t.me/the natural human diet. There may be some other options, sir. Drew says, can you be lost forever if you fail to accept what happens during a trip? I don't know. Possibly. Some people get set off on a downward spiral, for sure. That's why you gotta be very careful. Primalism says, what's good in the hood? What's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. Jan, is it possible to get scurvy on a raw meat diet? No, I don't think so, because I think there's trace amounts of vitamin C, in just muscle meat alone. But especially if you're eating raw organs, you're going to get plenty of vitamin C. So you're not going to get scurvy. You know, YouTube is really annoying with that. When you play music, it stops it in the middle and asks you if you're still watching. That's the most annoying thing in the world. George says, do you believe Jesus rose from the dead? I don't know, dude. I wasn't there, but it doesn't make like a logical sense. I think some of that was like metaphor, you know? Like his spirit still lives on. So like his physical body, yeah, they sacrificed him, but his spirit, like his consciousness that he was tapping into, the Christ consciousness, that's still alive for sure. And anybody can access it. Randonium says, I stopped smoking weed only after I'd introduced high meat to my diet. Interesting, dude. Nice. Austin Tyler Family Hour says, well put, man. The squeeze is on, succumb to darkness, or be birthed as a soul and consciousness. Yeah. What's up, Wallenzus? Drew says, I wonder why Augenis did not emphasize raw organ meats. I don't know. I do not know, dude. Pandora commercial-free unlimited skips, says Blazin. Yeah, for sure. Pandora is better than YouTube. I'm trying to find like royalty-free classical music that's not gonna get my channel demonetized. So that's the only reason that I'm listening to YouTube music right now. I think most classical music, as long as it's like over a certain age, is royalty free by default, as far as I know. But I don't know if that means like if different artists play the same compositions, if those different artists are also royalty free. Like if an artist plays like Beethoven, like a new artist, is that royalty free because it's Beethoven's piece? Like I don't understand how that works, but my instincts tell me that if it's Beethoven's piece, then it's going to be royalty free no matter what because it's like 200 years old. Jan says it's strange because my gums are slightly swollen and bleeding, especially when I brush teeth. You're probably detoxing out of your gums. I think Augenus used to say that you would detox stuff out of your brain through your gums. So that's where it's coming from. It's coming out your brain. Eighth Wolf von Staffen. Yeah, that's totally on point. My drug use has always been due to major childhood trauma. Yeah, and it's no mystery, man. It's no mystery, dude. I've been around the block, dude, and I've known a lot of people that have used drugs, including myself, for quite a few years. And yeah, I understand how it all works, man. I've been through family issues myself. I know a lot of other people that have been through family issues, and pretty much everybody gravitated towards some substance one way or the other, you know? And a lot of people that go through like super traumatic stuff in their life, they end up like shooting needles, you know? So just be grateful you're not one of those guys, because that'll wreck you. Ghost says, you don't look over 35 by a long shot, my guy. This diet and your mindset is A-okay. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'll be 40 next year, bros. 40 years. What do I think of sun gazing? Seems legit. I do it every once in a while. I mean, it's not like a part of my daily routine. But when I remember to do it, like in the morning or in the evening, usually in the morning when I'm at work and I'm watching the sunrise, I'll stare at the sun for a while. If I have like been inside for a few days and that sun hasn't been out, and then it comes out and I look at the sun and it's like really bright, I'll try to force myself to look at it. But obviously, usually when it's not like full strength. Drew says Steve-O faked getting the shot, we'll call it. Did you see that? No, I didn't see that. Steve-O faked it? Let's look it up. Let's look that one up. don't see anything on it. You'll have to send me like a link or something. Yeah, you'll have to send me a link. Niamal says, you look so young, really. Yeah, I really think this diet reversed a few ages off of my life, for sure. When I look at like pictures of myself, you can see it in the face, for sure. Like, especially when you look on my Instagram and I got pictures of like when I was 1 month carnivore and then like 2.5 years primal. There's a pretty big difference. Matthias, do you ever try octopus? It's so yummy, man. Yeah, I have had octopus, dude. I had sushi like last month with my buddy, and we had some octopus. It was good, dude. Ever tried raw placenta? I have not. No. Jan says, it's already the 2nd month. I'm afraid I'll catch something by this. I'll have days when I even spit blood. Yeah, maybe try to floss. Maybe see if there's some food caught in there or something. Flossing is pretty important for gum health that I've found. It's better to floss with brushing, you know? Maybe try that. But if you're on this diet and your gums are bleeding, it's because you're detoxing something out. It's not the food or it's not anything else. Ghost says, my ex made an appointment, grabbed the official papers that were just sitting there, left and turned it into his job. No way. That's awesome. That is great. Yeah, we're going back to classical mukbangs for sure. I miss the classical music too. It makes it more enjoyable for me too, because I love classical music and it helps fill in the gaps between comments. Chili2Go, what's up, man? Haven't seen you in a couple years. Chili2Go says, the Jesus message about truth, couldn't agree more, but if you're interested in another perspective, Jordan Maxwell's nuts when it comes to etymology and symbolism of religions and occult stuff. Dude, it's so deep, isn't it? Like, is there anything more deep than religious stuff? It's so complicated and deep and interesting, man. I don't think there's anything more interesting in the world. It's just unbelievable, dude. Joaquim says, before an empire falls, laws get weird and weirder towards its end. Stay safe, guys. I agree. Yep, be careful. Naked HD XYZ is back. What are you doing? Why are you here? You dirty porno star. Get out of here. Scram. Naked HD XYZ. I already banned him and they came back. That's right. Axed him. Dirty porno star. It's a YouTube bot. Yeah, I think I got one of my videos attacked by YouTube bots, dude. My high meat video. I think it's my most viewed video on my channel. It's got like 16,000 hits or something like that. I think it was getting attacked by bots. Because every single day I would log into YouTube, there would be a comment on there and it would be somebody saying like the same thing every day, but just in a different way. Like, dude, you're gonna die from eating rotten meat. You can't just rot meat. That's not fermenting, dude. And then I would just ban them from my channel, and the next day I would log on YouTube and it would be like the same comment from someone else. It would be like, this is like the Tide Pod challenge, eating rotten meat. You guys are all gonna get sick. And I just would ban them, and then the next day I'd get back on and it would be someone else. Like LOL, Darwin Award winner for rotting meat in a jar, LOL. You know, like it was just every single day for like a week I got messages like that on my high meat video. And then it just stopped. Just very strange. So I think it's like YouTube bots trying to demoralize you, you know? They're trying to suck the wind out of your sails. Drew says, why do people play video games? To escape reality. It's pretty much... And it stimulates dopamine. And also, like, it produces, like, beta waves or something in your brain. So it produces, like, brain waves, certain brain waves. Do I juice veggies? What's my view on it? No, I'm kind of lazy on the veggies, man. But I think it's probably good. I mean, I love veg juice. I just get lazy. I don't think I really need it, to be honest with you. I feel pretty healthy without it. Let's put it that way. How to get jacked? Lift a lot of weights. Eat a lot of food and lift a lot of weights. That's how you get jacked. But focus on doing squats, bench, deadlift. You'll get huge doing that. And just eat a lot of meat, dude. Do I use a smartphone? Yes, unfortunately. Blazing Hawks says JLP had these days with multiple porn accounts, and boy was the mods busy. I bet, dude. Little evil bots, dude. Evil demon bots coming in here. Dirty meat talk. Do you think the raw meat diet has any negative effects? Just maybe on your social life. Naked HD, scram, dude. How you staying on here? I don't know how they get in because we already banned them, you know? Online strips without clothing, dude. Whoa. Never freaking seen that before. It's amazing. There's naked ladies on the internet, dude. I did not know that. How long can this detox last? I don't know. Detoxes can last a long time. Like Ajna said, it takes 40 years for your body to completely heal itself. So, just depends on what kind of damage you got going on. I was lucky enough to be in decent shape when I got into this diet. I hadn't completely demolished my body yet. Blazing Hog says, oh, he be back, Wes. Somehow they want to cause a mess. Yeah, they do, definitely. They want to get everybody off of this high frequency show where we're eating the world's healthiest foods, listening to the world's best music, talking about Jesus and God. Does it get much more high vibration than this? The demons are flocking. Matthias, how to reset dopamine with the past of porn, junk foods, drugs, and a lot of social media. Just time, dude. That's what it took for me, man. I felt like my dopamine took a huge hit as well. Just time. a lot of healthy food and just a lot of rest and a lot of staying away from drugs and porn and junk food. And you gotta stay away from the things that are dinging your dopamine so your receptors can become more sensitive. Can you recover from dairy intolerance? I would think so, especially if it's from pasteurized. So, if it's from pasteurized milk, the theory is that pasteurizing milk destroys the enzyme responsible for digesting lactase into lactose. So, if you drink raw, a lot of people that are supposedly intolerant to milk can tolerate it fine. Also, I think if your dairy intolerance comes from like leaky gut syndrome, which a lot of times is caused from eating a lot of grains, which are sprayed with glyphosate. So by quitting grains and then eating a raw meat diet, you can heal up your gut and your intestine to where you can tolerate dairy again, and it's not absorbing into your bloodstream through your leaky gut. So I think just through time and healthy eating, staying away from grains. Simon says, when you cut weight, do you stop eating fruit and honey? Yeah, I stop eating all carbs. Like, I don't intentionally go into it like I'm gonna cut weight or whatever. When I go into the fall and the winter, I stopped craving carbs naturally because my body is on this like seasonal cycle now. Because we wouldn't have normally had carbs in the wintertime. So I'll go like a few weeks without eating carbs, and then I'll start craving like a little bit of honey and potatoes. So I'll bake like a cooked potato for dinner every day for a week. And then I'll quit eating potatoes for like a month. And then I'll quit eating like milk and stuff for a couple months at a time. Then I'll go back to eating milk. I cycle everything in and out. I don't eat everything every day. Meowth, greetings. Meowth's just going to ask why you stopped fasting. What's your stance on it now? I do intermittent fasting, so I skip breakfast. So for like 12 to 18 hours a day, I don't eat. But I stopped fasting because I'm a lazy glutton. That's the only excuse I have. I would love to quit eating for like 24 hours tomorrow, but it's just one of the hardest things to do. And now that I'm healthy, I don't have really like a huge reason to do it. But it's just discipline, I'm just getting really a little bit lazy with my discipline. Nicholas says, hey Wes, there's this woman that quit the primal diet to go back to vegan diet. Her name on YouTube is Magdalena and claims that plant-based is better than primal. Okay. I wish her the best. Ghost says, will you keep this stream uploaded? Yeah, totally. Matthias, could a 7-day dopamine detox help with this long term? Yeah, I mean the longer you stay away from dopamine flooding activities, the more sensitive you'll become to it. But it just takes a lot of discipline, dude. Lots of discipline. Douglas says, what's up, Chad? What's up, buddy? I want to cleanse my body, detox. Can you give me some tips? Yeah, get on this diet. Eat the diet. And then take lymphatic baths. So like 104 degrees Fahrenheit for like half hour to an hour at a time. You can also dump raw milk in there to help you detox. Those are good ways to detox. Sweat, exercise and sweat. Stay active. Keep your lymphatic system moving all the time, jumping up and down, running, stuff like that. Anna Spaznar, I remember you. Hey Weston, that's great to get on your live. Do you have any experience with high eggs that Auchin's mentioned in his book? I've never had high eggs. No. Interesting. I've never even thought about that. High eggs. I'll have to try that. Blaze and Hawgs says plant-based is not based. Yes, exactly. It's that's an oxymoron, as they would say, right? Meowth says, do you still think it's beneficial? Yeah, I totally do. I never feel better in my life than when I'm fasted. I can say that with 100% without a doubt. When I fast, I feel unbelievable. My focus, my attention, my energy, my clarity, my ability to access words, my brain speed goes up. It's unbelievable. It's what draws me back every time. I should go on a 24-hour fast this weekend. You might just talk me into it. But it's not really intuitive to do it in the wintertime. That's the problem. Like right now, I'm trying to like put on weight. Because I got a little bit lighter than what I wanted. I was down to like 201. I feel best around like 210, to be honest with you. But I fluctuate between like 200 and like 215. Right now I'm about 203. I'm drinking a lot more milk and doing some potatoes and stuff along with my regular diet. But I'm trying to put on a little bit of like 10 pounds. And I'm starting to lift weights a little bit too. So Jan says, I know people who are get away from raw meat diet after 2-3 years because the state they have no energy and lightness of doing blah blah blah. I don't understand that at all. No energy. I think they may be looking for the wrong type of energy, you know? This diet gives you like a very grounded, stable, moderate energy all day long, you know? I think a lot of people just lack discipline and they blame it on other things. Nicholas says, great spelling of Ogenus. That's not the best one that I've seen though. Remember that one guy that spelled it last time? What did he say? He spelled it like, one guy spelled it like this. One guy spelled it like that. That had me laughing for like my entire stream. Drew says, do you know Jazz the Physicist, Dr. Bloom? No, I do not. Jan says, how come if this diet it's such amazing? I don't know. Maybe they weren't eating quality foods, you know? For me, I noticed it as soon as I got on this diet, my energy corrected itself, you know? Everybody's different, man. We don't know everything about diet and nutrition, but I do know that everybody I've known, well, let's say 99% of people that I've known that have gotten on this diet say it's like the most amazing thing that they've ever experienced. And there's like always that 1%, you know what I mean? That they're like, oh no, raw meat never gave me any energy at all. I'm like, I don't know, man. Can't explain it. There's always going to be the exception to the rule, you know? Maybe Ogenus, I'm sure, would have an explanation for that. I know, that was hilarious. That was the best spelling of Ogenus I've ever seen in my life. Ryan M, what's up, buddy? Glad you're streaming today. Yep. I'm here. Streaming it up. Probably go another 10 minutes or so. And then wrap it up here. I hate to cut it at like an hour and a half though, because it always seems like it takes usually about 45 minutes to an hour, and then the stream, the conversation starts to find like starts to settle in, find like a middle ground, you know? It's very interesting. Start to get the momentum. Matthias, what about juicing apples and let it ferment to be cider? Is it beneficial to drink? It will form alcoholic. Yeah, I think cider is probably fine. Any of that natural stuff, natural fermenting, even if it's got a little alcohol in it, like kombucha. I drink kombucha every day. Anything like that is going to be okay in my words. You know, that's all very natural stuff. Natural fermenting, and as long as you're using organic fruits and stuff. Randonium, how tall are you? I am 6'3". Brian M, what did you eat? I did, there were Berkshire pork chops from my boy Blazing Hawgs, the mod, our current mod. Raw unsalted butter, and then 3 raw eggs. Niamal says, why don't you do like 3 hours? I would love to do like 3 hours. I used to do that at the very beginning, but now that I work and stuff, I don't really have a whole lot of time to do like a 3 hour stream. And I start to lose energy after about an hour or so. So going an hour and a half is pretty much my limit when it comes to just talking, you know what I mean? I'm not quite the chatterbox like some YouTubers. I can talk for a while, but Austin Tyler Family Hour, do you make your own kombucha? I used to. Then I got lazy and I started drinking GT's kombucha, and I started really liking their stuff, so I just started drinking that. But I used to make my own kombucha, yes. But I never did a double ferment. I only did a single ferment, and it turned out pretty good. But I want to start doing like a double ferment. So you ferment it and then you like add like fruit puree to it. It's so good. And the other reason I don't do like 3 hour streams, Niamal, is because I think people are more willing to click on the video and watch it if it's like under an hour and a half. If someone sees like a 3 hour stream, a lot of people will probably not even click on it. You know what I'm saying? So today's day and age, I think you want to keep videos down to a reasonable time to get people to actually click on it and watch it. Matthias, today I drank 500 milliliters orange juice with 12 egg yolks. It was so freaking good. You ever try this mix? I haven't. No. I bet it's good. Orange juice with egg yolks, huh? Huh. Yeah, I would rather do like multiple 1 hour streams a week than do like one 3 hour stream, to be honest with you. Because it just, I don't know. It's just easier to do it that way. Learned Elders of Timo says Orange Julius is the bomb. Is that basically what an Orange Julius is? Yeah, I used to love those Orange Juliuses. Dude, I've thought about making one of those on this diet one time, but I totally forgot about it. Now you got me interested in maybe making an Orange Julius, dude. Isn't that like eggs, orange juice, and like milk or cream or something? So look up the recipe. Orange Julius recipe. 6 ounces of orange juice concentrate. Nah, we're not going to do that. We're going to do fresh squeezed. 1 cup of milk, 1 cup of water, 1/4 cup of sugar, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, 8 ice cubes. That's it? Where's the eggs at, dude? I don't believe that one. Let's go to a different one here. Oh, okay. Egg whites. Pasteurized. What are you talking about? Here we go. 1 cup of ice, 1 orange, 1/2 cup of egg whites, 1/2 cup of milk, 2 tablespoons of orange juice. So I kind of get the gist here. Orange Julius, dude, with a little banana in there, maybe. Orange juice, concentrate, milk, vanilla, sugar, and ice. Livriason Night Shop. How do you swallow so fast? Every bite takes me 2 minutes of chewing. How was it when you first began? I don't know. Maybe I just have a bigger throat or something. But just cut it into pieces that are small enough to swallow. It's really that easy. You just chew it a few times and swallow it, you know? Jan, do you drink any water? Do you drink only milk juice and such like? Yeah, I drink Mountain Valley spring water. So, but I just, in the wintertime, I sip that stuff. Like, I don't even drink, I drink maybe like a cup a day of water. 1 cup. Anna says, is eating raw testicles for women okay? I don't know. I would think that would be more beneficial for men because it is like a testosterone thing. I think women are probably supposed to eat the ovaries, don't you think? I know it's not bad, but if I was a woman, I wouldn't be eating like raw testicles and like lifting weights every day. That's probably wouldn't be a good idea. But I don't know. It doesn't seem like it would work that way. But I think it's okay to try it, you know. Nice piano song, says Miguel. Yeah, this is a goodie, dude. This is a good little mix we got here. Who do we got playing? This is old Beethoven himself. Sonata number 20 in G major, op 49, number 2. Allegro ma non troppo. That last one, which was pretty cool, is Bach. Aria Variata. BMV 989 variation number 1. Bach's a monster, dude. Beethoven's a monster too, but Bach was like pretty good, man. Yeah, Bach, Aria Variata. Do I know Aster Conlu? Yeah, I used to watch her channel for sure. When she was eating raw, and then she started cooking her food. Barf. Blazing Hogs, take care, y'all. Glad you enjoyed the chops. I gotta go mulch some leaves. Godspeed. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it, man. This episode is sponsored by Blazing Hogs, Berkshire Chops, everybody. Matthias, thanks for what you do. You have helped me so much in my health journey. You put out the best and free content about the primal diet. Keep going. Let's make the primal diet mainstream. Hey, you're welcome, man. That's what I'm here for, dude. I'm here to help transmit the knowledge and help everybody get healthy. Jan says, how to distinguish detoxification from destruction? Good question. Well, basically, I don't know. You'd have to give me an example of what you mean by that. Because basically, like, you wouldn't have detoxification if you didn't have destruction. So let's put it that way. The way you're framing that question is difficult because without one, you wouldn't have the other, right? So if your body wasn't being destroyed by a poison, then you wouldn't have to detoxify it out. So that's the difference. Ways to increase height. Stretch your body out. Build yourself a wooden machine that stretches your limbs. I don't know, man. That's a tough one. Posture, and I think floor sleeping might help slightly with that. Keeping your spine straight. What's an alternative to antibiotics to cure infection? Just letting your body naturally resolve itself. Getting on healthy foods, detoxifying. It's all about just getting the toxin out that caused the infection, So you want to keep a constant intake of raw fats coming in. Cro-Magnon says fruits, leafy greens, nuts, and seeds is the natural human diet. You're banned. You're banned forever. Douglas, hey man, I hit a deer yesterday with my car. It's been sitting on the road the past 12 hours. Would it be safe to try to harvest the meat? I knew someone else that did that. Yeah, 12 hours? Yeah, come on. It's not going to be bad. But you might have a lot of damage internally, like the organs and stuff. There might be some bleeding inside. So you got to try to just, if you want to save it, yeah, cut it open. If it's really bloody inside in certain areas, I wouldn't eat any of that stuff. But you can probably save a lot of the muscle meat, dude. I would definitely, if that was me, I would 100% get that. Anna says I have been eating one raw testicles and 2 raw brains a day for 3 weeks, and I feel my best. Lots of energy. Good. If you feel good, then keep it up. Alright guys, I think I'm going to wrap up the stream. I appreciate everybody showing up and participating. It was a good stream. Great questions. And Simon says, do you use a filter for your shower? Yes, I do. Alright guys, take care. Have a good weekend. And I will see you on the next stream. God bless. Keep eating raw meat. Later on, guys.